So Twitch has introduced a storage limit on highlights and uploads, which is a controversial decision. Weirdly enough, I actually like that idea, but that's besides the point of this video. This change has caused a problem of needing to export all videos or highlights to YouTube for storage. For some communities, this is pretty much essential. I come from the VR roleplay community where everyone has their episodes of the roleplay stored in those highlights. So losing that is losing a lot. So everyone would be going through those export to YouTube steps, but it's a bit tedious. So today I'd like to introduce you to a little tool that will help you automate the progress and get all your highlights uploaded to YouTube without even needing to open YouTube itself. This will also work if you've already exported some videos to YouTube through Twitch, or even if you're starting from scratch, you were astonished by this decision and you were looking to just get started. I'll introduce you to a little bot that I have made. So, first thing we'll need to do is download a code editor. If you have one already, great, you can use that. Not a problem. If you don't, I personally recommend Visual Studio Code. Works the best for myself, looks also the nicest. But you can use JetBrains, PyCharm, whatever works for you. We're going to install that. I already have this code downloaded, so I'm not going to bother with that myself. Next, we're going to download Chrome version 114. It needs to be that version specifically, otherwise this might not work. Now, I'm not going to show how to download that specific version of Chrome here, since there's a lot of dodgy websites and there's no official way to download Chrome. You cannot. Something I can recommend is downloading Chromium, just the Chromium browser that Chrome is based off of. This is the most official and safe way to do so, but as long as you end up with Chrome version 114, you should be fine. Again, I already have Chrome downloaded, so I'm not going to bother with that. And the last thing we'll need is to download the project file. So in the description of this video, I'll include a link to this GitHub page. What you're going to do is click on this big green code button and download the zip. This right here. We're going to show that in our Explorer. And then we're going to extract it. Now I've already gone through those steps here, and once you've got it extracted, it should look a little bit like this, with all of these in there without this text file. The text file happens automatically when uploading, don't worry about that. If that's not there, don't bother. Everything will work fine, no problem. Great. So we've got your project files exported, we have Visual Studio Code downloading, and we have Chrome downloaded as well. So next thing we'll do is we'll open up Visual Studio Code. And first thing we'll do is open a new terminal. Go to Terminal, New Terminal. We're going to pip install Python. Python is what what language the script runs on. We'll need that for it to work. If this doesn't work for you for whatever reason, you can also go back to this GitHub page that I have included a link to the Microsoft Store. Download this right here, it will work for you just fine. Great, so Python is now nice and installed on here. We can close that down, and here if we type in Python, this menu should pop up which says what version of Python it is using. We'll press Ctrl-Z to get out of that. Next thing we'll need to do is pip install Selenium. Selenium is a dependency that this script runs on. We'll just need it downloaded here. Give it a second. So here it's saying there's a new version available. Don't need to do it, but if you feel like you want to, go right ahead. Nothing's stopping us. Great. So we can now close all of this down. That is fine. Next thing we'll do is open a folder. You can use Control-K, Control-O for this. We'll select the folder that you just exported to. We'll load that up, and then we'll select main.py. Now, there's going to be a couple of things that we will need to change, specifically these 3 lines right here. There's going to be some information about where the Chrome install is for this function to work. So what we're going to do now is open Twitch on the newly installed Chrome. We'll go into Twitch. We'll tap in login. There we go. We'll go into your creator dashboard, then video producer. So here we want to make sure that Twitch is logged in on the new Chrome browser. Make sure that we can get to here, or the script can get to here without a problem. Something to note is that if you have any Twitch extensions enabled, you will need to disable them for this script to work. You do that through going to extensions on here and just tossing them off like that. Might need to reload the page, but that is fine. Okay, from here there's going to be one more thing we'll need to do, which is fill out those little pieces of code I mentioned earlier, these 3 lines. So to do that, we'll go into Chrome // and these 2 lines here are what we will need. So we're going to copy the first one, copy this, and we're going to paste it in here. Wonderful. And then we'll copy the second one. We won't need the default at the end, so if you do happen to copy the default like I have done here, we'll just delete that, and that should do the trick. Now, one more thing we'll need to do here is double all the / that are there. So select each one. You can also hold Alt and left click with your mouse to input more cursors, and then hit this. There we go. So now this is what it should look like for you. And last thing we'll change is your Twitch username. This will be without the @ symbol at the start, just your username on Twitch. Then one more time we'll go into the terminal. If you've closed it, then we'll go back to the new terminal. We'll run Python main.py. Before we do that, we will need to turn off Chrome. This will not work if Chrome is turned on in the background. Yeah, let's run it. So here it's asking if you'd like to continue where you left off. So the script automatically knows where it left off. It will also limit the uploads to 100 per session, since that is how many exports you can do before YouTube tells you to stop. Yeah, so here, assuming that you haven't used the script yet, we'll press N, if starting for the first time. If you have already used it and you don't wish to do any different preferences, then you can press Y there. It will go through everything automatically. So sort from all of this, let's have a look at what that is. So I'll open Chrome back up one more time. The first question, sort from oldest, will sort this into ascending, going from oldest to newest. I prefer to do it this way because then you'll get the newer VODs earlier in your YouTube studio. But if you'd rather have it descending, fair enough. Just type in a no here. I'll type in a yes because I prefer it that way. Skip unpublished highlights. So if you have any unpublished highlights, like I have some from my very first streams back in the day, what this will do is it will skip over those to not upload them to YouTube. If you would like to preserve your unpublished highlights and keep them on YouTube, then you will type in a no here, and if you want to skip them, we'll press Y. Now here, this is an option for if you've already started uploading, exporting on Twitch. So let's say you've got these 3 already uploaded. We've hit the export button and then exported them to YouTube. And you want to continue where you left off from. So let's say this is the last VOD I uploaded to YouTube. We'll go into it. We'll copy the entire title, Control A, Control C, and we'll pop that right in there. Alright, and this will cause the script to go. So this is automatically exporting all VODs from there. This will continue on for 100 episodes, VODs, whatever you want to call them. This might take some time. I'd estimate about 10 or so minutes of it running should do the trick there. And even if you decide to abandon it, like say right now, so the last VOD uploaded was the one before the Flask of Blood, which no, this was the last VOD uploaded, so it did hit export on this. So this means that the next VOD after this Flask of Blood episode will be uploaded to YouTube. And that is all nice and done. Yeah, so again, if you'd like to continue where you left off from last time, so tap in Y there, and everything will go as it did last time. Voila. Okay. If there's any questions you have regarding this, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'll be very happy and eager to help. If there's also any problems you notice with the code that you would like me to change here, I'll be very happy to do so as well. Alright. Have a blessed day, y'all. See you next time.